If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $10 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.
This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Nice to meet you, Gordon.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.
What is it from?
It's just about some messages to Ariel we should probably go over, okay? From Instagram and some other stuff, all right? Just want to have a conversation with you about it, all right?
Okay.
Do you want to have it right here? I don't...
No. I'm not talking to you.
Okay. Well, you know, Kenneth, I just want to... I know you're a good dude. I know you work hard. Is that your son? I didn't tell your son what's going on, all right?
It's nothing. What's it about?
Well, it's, you know, she was talking to you and you were talking to her. Just, I don't want to get it talked about because I know you're a good dude. I know you work hard. I know you just came from work. And I think you're a good enough dude. We can just address it right here, okay?
No, because you're going to put me on Instagram and I'm not going to be on TV.
Well, I'm not here to do that, okay? I'm not here to put you on blast or anything. I could have done that already, all right? I didn't have to come here and talk to you about this, okay?
Right.
So, look, I'm really not here for that, all right? I just want to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, so... You know what I'm kind of here to talk about?
No.
Okay, well, what can you tell me about this Ariel girl that was talking to you?
I actually don't even remember, to tell you the truth.
Okay, well, what can you remember about her?
I talked to her on the phone a couple times.
Okay, so we were talking about the same one here.
Yeah, and I knew to pretty much end it because she was underage and that was that.
Okay, well, I appreciate your honesty about that, man.
All right.
But, you know, obviously
she kept on trying to reach out to me, and I'm like, I knew it was the wrong thing to do, and I stepped off, and that was that.
Okay. Yeah, and part of the reason I'm here is because you did put a stop to it, so I'd rather just talk to you about it rather, you know, basically just want to resolve it like this, okay?
Yeah, my son is in here, and I don't want to do this here.
No, I get that, but...
And you have no reason to keep me here.
I'm not keeping you here. Okay, well, you understand, if you, like, I'm not obligated to try to help you out, right?
Right.
Okay, so every single, well, you know, Kenneth, I just want to let you know, every single thing is saved, and I did not, and it's voluntary to talk to me. You're right, you can tell me to piss off, right. But, you know, if you do tell me to piss off, you know, I'm here because I want to get this addressed with you because you work hard, you're taking care of your son, okay? And that I respect. I respect fathers.
It was a stupid mistake.
Okay.
And I realized, and I told her many times I didn't feel comfortable about it, and I felt wrong about it, and I just talking to her about that stuff.
You did say that to your
Yeah.
credit, but there's also some other stuff said that brings me here. Because
Yeah, it was inappropriate and wrong.
okay,
And that's why I'm off that site. I'm off of that shit now, and I'm straightening out my shit. It was a moment of weakness. It was stupid. And, and I'm trying to live the straight and narrow.
good, and I appreciate that. And I want to make sure we're both on the straight and narrow here, because
Yeah.
I want a peace of mind. I, of course, want to give you a peace of mind. All right. So
That's why I'm off of all social media and shit now. I mean, the only one I'm on is Facebook, and that's for family.
fair enough.
And that's it. I'm done with that shit. That's why I haven't gone on Instagram. I don't go on TikTok anymore. I don't go on any of that shit no more.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you straight up, I did not read the whole thing, okay? I'm a college dropout. I don't like reading. What was kind of inappropriate that she talked to you about?
Just, you know, she didn't talk about anything inappropriate, but you could tell she was trying to bait me and shit.
What
and
is she
saying stuff? You could just tell that she was trying to get me to say things that I knew I shouldn't be saying to someone of her age.
Yeah, did you kind of get carried away with that a little bit?
Sometimes, yeah, a couple times, and then I stopped talking to her, and she kept on reaching out, and I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. So I kept on saying, you know, I'm busy at work, I got a lot of shit going on. Felt guilty about what I did, felt bad about it, and, you know, I f***ed up, and that's why I cut it off. Because
So
I knew what I was doing was wrong.
Fair enough. So what were some of the things she kind of baited you into saying, I guess?
She tried to get me to say things about her doing things in a, you know, about certain body parts, certain things like that, certain acts and activities, and I didn't feel comfortable talking about that because I knew I shouldn't have been.
Okay, but were there times where you got a little bit carried away and did talk about that stuff?
May have slipped a couple times, yeah.
Okay, like, are we talking meeting up and doing stuff, or just on the phone stuff? Like,
yeah, I knew it was never going to happen. I just couldn't, and that's when I knew that it was suspicious. I mean, it's like, I knew, because in the past, I've talked to people and it was like role playing. And I kind of thought that's where this was at, but then I kind of realized that this wasn't the same type of role playing that I've done in the past, like just daddy, daughter. Like
yeah.
And I kind of felt this was going down the wrong way. And I thought, you know, I was on kind of getting mixed messages about that shit, and I didn't know if it was that or not.
What kind of was a distinction to you that it wasn't that?
Just because she was so quick to let me come over, it's like, and that's just crazy. Nobody, you know, yeah, that's just not normal.
Nobody what? Like,
right.
What do you mean?
Yeah, especially if they're that young for real to try to get me to come over. So I had a feeling that this was pretty much something like this, and it wasn't what I was expecting. And that's when I kind of ended up getting nervous about it, because I thought it was just role play at first. And then, you know, at times I thought it was not role play, and I was talking to her, and you know, it was confusing. It was a mix-up, and it's something I shouldn't have been doing.
So there were times where you thought like, oh God, I'm actually saying this is somebody that's this young and all that shit.
And at times I thought, well, this is an adult playing, and I thought, you know, it was, you know, so that's when I started getting confused about it, and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't seem like the right thing.
Sure.
So,
okay, because I mean, again, I didn't read the whole thing, but
I know what I said, and I know I made some mistakes in that. So
okay, I mean, were there anything said about like, could you send me a picture, please? I've never seen your legs. I mean, anything about like her guiding her on how to like herself or anything like that?
Yeah, but I thought that was all play, because I didn't think anyone was like. I thought they were older, and I, you know, I like I said, I thought it was role playing at first, but then it seemed like this was someone that might have been legitimately young.
Okay.
You know, and I didn't. You know, when you know, you get in that, you've been in that world where you've done the daddy-daughter thing, where it's like they pretend to be young, and you kind of probably went further than I should have. What
age did she tell you she was?
I cannot remember, in all honesty. It's been so long, and I've tried to clean it up. You know.
What age do you think you can remember?
Probably 15.
Okay.
But as I said, I've role played before, so I kind of thought that's where it was starting, and then once I kind of figured this wasn't anymore, it kind of seemed strange, and it kind of seemed something I shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
And I kind of even mentioned that I shouldn't be doing this. If this is how old you are, this doesn't seem right, this seems wrong, and I had a guilty conscience, and I had to check my conscience and say, this isn't right, I shouldn't be doing this, and that's why I stopped talking to her.
Got it. So you mentioned that there's been, so there's a daddy-daughter like role play thing online?
Yeah, there was things like that on like, I used to do that like way back off of, what was it called? Might have been Reddit. There was groups for daddy-daughter language, you know, shit like that.
Sure.
So
how does that conversation, like how does that role play kind of go?
I haven't done it in so long, I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
You just kind of get in those chat rooms and you start talking to people.
Okay, so you mentioned that you thought it could be something like, I mean, so what is different about a daddy-daughter role play thing in this?
They're adults pretending to be younger.
Okay.
Instead of younger girls being actually younger.
But how do you know they're adults? Like,
I don't, and that's why I pretty much have gotten, you don't know who you're talking to really online.
Okay.
And I figured it's best to get off that shit.
Okay.
I have a son that I need to worry about, and I shouldn't be doing that shit anymore.
Fair enough.
It was a stupid mistake, and it's something I'll never do again. And
okay.
we all make mistakes, and I'm like, I never, I never let it go beyond a certain point, and it was something that should have never even got to the point that it did.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I want to tell you. Like, we do all make mistakes, but it's how we address them that separates us from other people, right? Like, I'm not perfect either.
I'm an idiot. I know what I did was wrong, and that's why I haven't talked. She's reached out a couple times, and I've ignored it, and I just blew her off.
Right. So these daddy-daughter chat rooms, so is that similar? So they just tell you there's some age under 18, and you just go with it? Okay.
Yeah, and it's just because it's supposed to be play.
Okay.
It's like the whole schoolgirl fantasy thing.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like some girls, I've seen girls that are 16, 17 years old,
sure,
that are attractive, and they should have never gotten down to 15. That's ridiculous. And I shouldn't talk to anyone underage, in all honesty. That's why I cut it off.
So
it's just like, I felt bad about what I was doing. I knew what I was doing was wrong. Once I realized she was that young, I knew what I was doing was wrong. And sometimes I carried it on longer than I should have, and I should have ended it immediately.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm curious about the daddy-daughter stuff. So those daddy-daughter chat rooms, like when they tell you they're, say, 14, 15, they don't tell you they're adults at all?
Well, they're adults. They're supposed to be adults when you go into those things.
Okay. Is this like a website, or is this like on Instagram?
I don't actually, they're just chat rooms on Reddit and shit.
Oh,
There's
okay.
tons of stuff like that on Reddit.
Okay.
Like where they pretend to wear diapers and they're...
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Stuff like that. That's kind of where it ended up leading to this dumb shit, and I shouldn't have let it get that far.
So basically, you ate so much... Too much
pretending. And then it's like you kind of got pushed into that. And,
right,
and it's
right.
Like, wow, that's stuff.
It's like the rabbit hole. It's like you eat so much imitation crab, you're like, man, I want some crab.
And that was stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I know it's wrong, and it's something I wouldn't do. It's like, it was like something that kind of, she reached out to me on Facebook, and I was like, I don't know, probably lonely at the time, and I felt like vulnerable or whatever.
Yeah, that happens.
So it's like a stupid mistake, something I would never do again.
Are you married?
No. Could you tell me? Because I really, this is, you're gonna.
I'm aware of that. So I'll tell you the reason we're filming. It's not to make you famous, go on TV. If that was the case, I mean, I'll tell you, like, I'm not some Hollywood guy. If I was Hollywood, I'd be, in some basement somewhere.
Yeah, I got
shit.
neighbors and shit around.
100%. So I'll tell you the reason we're filming. The reason we're filming is because I'm a bigger dude. I know you can handle yourself. You're probably packing in there. I'm not packing shit.
I don't. No.
Okay.
That's not what I'm about.
Fair enough.
I'm about raising my kid and taking care
Absolutely.
of my kid.
The reason we're filming is because I'm a bigger dude. I'm on your property. And, I just don't want any accusations against me. Like, oh my God, this big guy came. He beat me. Right. And look.
It was a stupid mistake. And I know you're trying to enlighten people about what can happen. To protect your kids from shit like that.
But I can tell you, if it was about clicks or views or anything like that, which it's not, I'm not here to put you on the internet. If it was about that, wouldn't the most logical thing be to go to your job and say, hey everybody, look what he did? No.
I would never do that, because what I did was wrong, and I don't need people to know that that what I did was stupid.
Right, exactly. And I'm not in the business of telling people that. Like, obviously,
I'll put that there.
Right, I'm not.
That's not going to be in there, because that shit does not need to be on the internet.
I have no intention of that, and being that we knew about that for months at this point, why would I? There's no point. I could have done that already, and I didn't. So I'm not here to do that, because I understand you have a son to raise, okay, and I understand you're a good father, and me personally, I don't think some internet bullshit should be the end-all be-all to everything. I really don't.
You just want to make sure that I'm on the right path.
For sure. And part of giving me that peace of mind is, yes, talking to me. Of course, you can tell me to piss off and go inside. It's voluntary to talk to me. But, I think a cordial conversation here about this and figuring out the root of it. And, hey, maybe there's some other crap, too, like that other people are. No, none yet. No, but what other people are up to, maybe you can point me in the right direction on stuff. Because I know you're good enough,
I don't
dude.
talk to nobody. That shit was a mistake. I keep it to myself, and I don't need to lose friends over it. I started thinking about my family and friends, and like, what the hell would they think if they knew I was talking to somebody like that?
Yeah.
So I need to separate myself from that shit.
Right. Were there any like photos sent to her on your end?
No.
Or? No. Okay. I mean, straight up. I mean, like I said, it's a lot here. Did y'all ever talk about like meeting up and doing stuff together?
They talk about it, but it was bullshit. It was fantasy.
What did y'all talk about doing?
I can't remember, in all honesty. I mean, I'm not trying to bullshit you. I don't know in great detail, because pretty much tried to forget about it.
Well, did y'all talk about doing inappropriate things together?
Yeah, I'm sure,
Okay.
and she fed into that, and I think
Right.
that's-
It
I mean,
takes two. It
yeah,
takes two.
and it was stupid. Like I said, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it, and you know, getting the attention was nice, but it was stupid, and you shouldn't be looking for attention with someone that young.
So you mentioned attention. Why do you think you were looking for attention in the first place?
I don't know, because lonely. I've been single for like my whole son's life, pretty much since he was 5.
How old is he now? Just curious.
He's 21.
Okay.
And, I mean, my whole life revolves around him. So I mean,
Right.
that's who only thing I care about is that.
Only child?
Yeah, it's the only thing I care about.
Fair
so
enough.
I've got to realize that I have a kid to look after, and that's all I care about. I don't need to be talking to anybody. I need to get my shit together and get off of it, and it would be done.
Sure,
So
sure.
I really need to get in there. He's making dinner, and I got stuff to give him to make dinner.
Okay,
I
but
mean, I got to go.
well, Kenneth, there are some other things I'm kind of curious about.
Yeah, I understand you're curious, but I got things to take care of.
Okay, well, Kenneth, you know, I can also take care of this in many ways too.
What are you talking about?
Well, you know, I want to look. I understand it's an uncomfortable conversation to have. Nobody wants to be talking about this stuff. I don't want to be talking about it, but you know, I think it's important that we do because you're somebody who actually works hard, who takes care of his own kid, who's paying his house off, all that stuff.
Right.
And you know, yeah, I'm requesting. Hey, it is an uncomfortable conversation, and you know, I can't make you do anything, but
Can we do it at another time?
I got to go after today, man.
Well, I got to go too. I got to get in here. I mean, the longer I stand out here, the more suspicious he's going to get.
Well, you know, I don't mind if you tell him, like, hey, man, it's like, you know,
When I
it's
go
some
in
work
there, I'll
stuff.
talk to him, and it'll be between me and him.
Well, I mean, in the meantime, you could always tell him, like, hey, maybe it's for some work stuff or something like that. Because, you know, I didn't tell your son anything. I just said I got a package. I left it very open and shut. Like, and, you know, I wasn't in the business of telling your son anything. I knew that was your son. And I knew if I told him, hey, man, it would probably cause a rift. And I'm not here for that, man, at all, okay?
Right, so what other questions do you have? We got to wrap this up because he's cooking dinner. And I'm supposed to go and give him ingredients to finish it.
Well, do you have groceries there? Or
Yeah.
you just want to go in and give it to him and come back out?
I'd really like to get in there and eat. I've been working all day, so let's wrap this
Okay,
up.
well,
please.
you know, Kenneth, if you're not taking this seriously enough to where, I mean, this is a real girl, okay? If you're not taking this seriously enough,
I am taking it seriously. I just
Okay.
don't want anything to do with it anymore.
I understand that. And you can absolutely tell me to f off, like I said.
But then
But,
what are your options if I tell you that? What are you going to do?
well, at that point, I'm not obligated to tell you. But what I am going to tell you right now is that I'm willing to address this with a conversation to you right here, right now,
Right.
okay?
And
And
I'm
settle it.
talking to you. What do you want to know? I don't think about this anymore. I've wiped it from my memory. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. So I've spent most of this time blocking it out.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, okay? When did this younger stuff kind of start online for you? Like, not the daddy-daughter role play, but, you know, your Instagram's called. There was quite a few people in the following list that could have been younger ladies under 18. I mean, how did that kind of start happening?
Yeah, just because of the way they are, they're provocative. And,
Sure.
And it's like, looking was better than actually talking, and then I ended up talking, and then I ended up, they closed my account, and that's good to be out of it.
Why did they close your account?
Probably, I don't know. I think I say some things that are politically charged, and they don't like it. So,
Okay.
yeah. I make comments and cause problems with people about political arguments and shit like that.
Okay,
So they ended up closing their account. So it is what it is.
sure. So you mentioned, part of my thing is I think the Instagram and Facebook algorithm are terrible. Like, I think once it's one
Once you look at one, they throw it all up, and
Exactly.
that's all that you see.
Exactly. So,
It was a rabbit hole I went down.
Exactly.
And I'm just glad to be off social media because of it.
yeah,
And you make a mistake as an adult, you try to correct them. And,
yeah.
And it's a good thing that they closed the account because now I don't waste my time on Instagram. I don't waste my time on any of that stuff anymore.
Right, right. So how many of these younger, or at least purported younger accounts would end up messaging you on Instagram? Like younger ladies under 18?
Not a lot.
How many are we talking?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even remember. I just say hi, and sometimes, you know, it was just to say hi, or I just look and watch the videos they post, and and that's pretty much it.
Okay, got it. So y'all talked on Telegram too?
Yeah, but I deleted that. Like, well, she's reached out, but I don't really go on it.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just that.
So is Telegram more like individuals, or is it kind of groups, or both, or?
I used it for individual.
Okay. How often are there kind of groups on there?
There's tons of groups on there. I mean, but I just try to stay away from them because my son's warned me about that. groups on Telegram and stuff. He knows from people he talks to. So
What did he say about those groups?
he said, no, he don't know anything about groups or anything. He just knows that it's a bad place.
Okay.
Telegram's a bad place. Get into some, there's like this weirdos and crap, all kinds of shit on Telegram.
Right. So, have any of these people tried to maybe invite you to groups or add you to any groups or anything like that?
Not recently, no.
Not recently? Okay. How long ago did that happen? Or when did that start happening, I guess?
I don't know. Probably a while ago.
Fair enough. So I'm curious about these groups. Are these groups usually like in an American or like English, or are they in other languages? Like what have you kind of noticed about them?
I don't really pay attention to the groups. I try to stay out of them.
I get it, but I think it's, I think anybody can distinguish between Japanese and Chinese pretty quick. And or Japanese and
foreign.
A lot of them are foreign.
But
okay.
I don't really go into them. It's like a lot of you'll get like text messages from people and shit like that, but that was so long ago. I can't even think about it, in all honesty.
Yeah. Well, and I know you don't have an exact number. It's just fair, but like, were these groups like a few people? Or were they like a lot of people? Like, how they usually work?
I don't know. I never really counted the numbers or paid attention to any of that shit. I don't go on groups. I have individuals, like I would talk to people and then they would say, hey, you want to talk to me on Telegram from Facebook and other groups, and Instagram. They would ask you to go to Telegram, and I think she was the only one I ever really talked to on Telegram. Okay.
Well, let me ask this: was there anybody on Telegram that you probably shouldn't be running with or shouldn't have ran with?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. Well, I'm not talking about Ariella, obviously, but if you can try to remember, okay, were the foreign group languages, like, was it like, what languages did you see? I'm not saying you're an expert, but like, did you see English letters at least, or were they completely foreign letters, like shit we can't even comprehend, or like what did they look like?
If there's any groups that I've seen, they were always in foreign languages and shit like that. Okay. But I never went into them. I tried to stay away from the groups. I told you, the only person I talked to on Telegram was her.
Right. So, Kenneth, I know you try to stay away from groups, and I genuinely believe you're looking me in the eye, you're telling me I'm trying to do the right thing, and I believe that, okay? But we have seen you in quite a few groups that, like you said, are foreign languages, at least being in them. I'm not saying you were in them, participating, but they placed you in them somehow.
They probably put me in them. But like I said, I get out of it. It's like if it's inappropriate shit, I get out of it.
Okay, fair enough. So, what are these foreign putting that's like inappropriate in these groups?
Inappropriate stuff.
All right, like we talking.
Just has been in some and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
But what are you getting to? I mean, can I see what you have?
Absolutely. So, these are messages with Ariel. They're kind of scattered at this point a little bit.
These are all from Ariel.
That's correct. That's what we printed out, but obviously,
right.
Other stuff we couldn't.
She asked about groups, so I told her I didn't really like to go into groups, and if I talk to people, the next thing you know, they're asking me to join groups and shit like that.
Right. So
I try not to get into any of that shit because I know where that goes. It goes into bad shit.
Yeah, I know.
My son's warned me about that shit. That there's people out there peddling all kinds of shit.
Yeah. So obviously, you told me earlier, like, it's been a moment of weakness and stuff like that, and that I genuinely believe. Okay, so let me ask you this: are any photos in the groups? I think I know the answer, but are any of the stuff in the groups like stuff that you took yourself or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I don't take any pictures of any kids or anything like that. And I don't post any pictures of any kids or anything like that.
Okay. So
I would never do that.
Okay. So
but if there's something that there's groups that will even say what they are, and I don't go in those.
Sure. So I didn't bring up kids in the groups one time. That's something you brought up.
Yeah,
okay.
But they're not. They're usually non. And if it gets to that point, I'm out.
Okay.
Like that's way back since I stopped going on.
Right. So they're usually non. So obviously there's been a few that we saw you in that were. Can you kind of tell me how many there were that they put you in that were probably? I mean, you didn't create these groups, right? You didn't create these groups.
No.
Okay. So how many do you think they put you in where they were posting like younger ladies under 18 or younger boys under 18?
I don't really, once they're in there, I just stay away from the shit. I'm off of it now.
I believe that, but like how many were you in where they were like, oh,
I'm not in anything.
How many were you in?
I'm not in anything.
Okay, how many were you previously in?
None.
Okay. Well, Kenneth, I mean, you just told me that you saw some stuff in there sometime.
I'm not talking about it anymore because I made, like, in the past, I seen things and I get out, and
Okay.
that's it.
Well, Kenneth, I'll tell you what I'm concerned about, okay? I'm concerned about trying to find the producers of these pictures, all right? And I'm not saying you know exactly who they are, but point me in the right direction, absolutely, because I'll be honest with you.
I have no idea.
Well, yeah, well, hold on. Yeah, but you can help out with that. So, obviously, at this point, I'm 100% sure you're not the one creating the groups. You're not the one, obviously, you're foreign. I mean, some guy from Ohio is going to make a Spanish group or whatever. But I know you're not the one creating the photos, okay? But since we do know that now, we know that you've just been placed in them, you just kind of stumbled upon them, moment of weakness. That's different than actually being malicious and, you know, creating this shit. You know what I mean? But I do want your help with kind of what they're posting in there, because I've heard of these groups on Telegram. I don't know too much about them myself, okay? But I know enough to where you were in some with probably inappropriate stuff, okay? So don't think that I think that you're just some guy who just likes this shit or anything like that. So if you were, I wouldn't be here talking to you, I promise you that, okay? What kind of, let me ask you about these groups. Were they posting pictures or videos or kind of both of this type of stuff?
I didn't really watch them. I saw that some of the things they were posting were open. If they were, I didn't go on them. I didn't look at them. I tried to get off those sites as soon as they put me on them, or I get out of the group. I didn't maybe delete them. I just deleted Telegram.
Okay, so you saw them post shit, but you didn't watch it. So some of the stuff they posted were videos.
I'm sure that's what they were, because they were still and they didn't show anything.
Okay, how can you tell they were videos? I'm sorry.
Because they usually have a play symbol on them.
Well, that's a pretty good indication it's a video.
So.
Okay, and I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying you're analyzing your phone, this and that. I know you're not like that, but just ballpark, what are some of the age ranges that you saw in the groups?
I don't know.
Okay, what's your best guess?
They were underage and they shouldn't have been in them.
Okay, like, are we talking, because, you know, obviously there's a difference between a 17-year-old and the youngest possible. So I'm just asking, what's kind of your perspective on what they were posting in there? And reminder, it's them, not you.
I'm sure there was plenty of different ages from any range. I mean, of all ages, I'm
Okay.
sure. I didn't really look. I tried to get off them as quickly as I possibly can because I don't need that shit.
Well, Kenneth, you're a father, and I know father to father. Obviously, the stuff in the group bothers you, and that I appreciate your reaction to some of that stuff, okay? Because that gives me a peace of mind about you. It really does. But, you know, if somebody burns down the house across from you...
Actually, my garage caught on fire. That's why I don't have a garage.
Well, all right, sorry about that. But if you saw somebody burn down the garage, I'll just use that as an example. That doesn't mean you burn down the garage, but, you know, we'd want to...
I don't want to go back on there to find the people to give you the information.
No.
Is that what you're asking? I don't want to go on it.
Fair enough. You don't have to. Well, you don't have to do anything. But what I'm asking is, if you see somebody burn that house down, I'm asking about who burned the house down. Just because you saw arson doesn't mean you committed arson. And just because these dumb posted some, you know, stupid shit doesn't mean you're the one posting it or you're the one that's like creating it. That's the main thing. So I'm just asking, you say that could be all ages. I'm not saying you're attracted to anything under 16, okay? But that's age of consent here, 16. I'm not saying you're attracted to anything under that. But do I know that you know, or at least have a ballpark range of what the youngest to the oldest was?
Yes. There were some that were under 16, but like I said, I didn't want to be on those groups any longer. Then I saw the inappropriate shit, so I would click off and get the hell off of it. I think that was all around one time I was like on there, and I'm off of it now, and I don't really want to even go back into that.
Right.
I've done a good job staying the hell away from it, and that's
awesome, man. So I'm just asking, what would be kind of the, like, what age ranges did you, like, I'm not saying, you know, there's no age on their forehead, I get that, but like, are we talking?
Young, that's all I'll say, is they were too young to be in there.
Okay, well, there's a difference between even a 10-year-old and a baby, so are we talking like some of them posting like shit like
babies? I didn't see anything babies.
What's the youngest you think you saw then?
Probably, there was images of probably maybe 14, 12.
14, 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, stuff that shouldn't have been on there.
Okay. Were these like images, just honestly?
I didn't really look. I mean, I scrolled and didn't really look, and then once I saw it was getting young, I just got off. I don't even understand why they put me in the groups. I mean, they must, you know, probably because I was talking to a young girl or whatever, they figured that, you know, if I'm looking at young bikinis and girls in bikinis, they add me to groups that are more than that. Okay, so some of these were images then? Unfortunately, yes. Okay. That's when I backed out of those groups and got back into things that I shouldn't even been in anyway, even in bikinis. Absolutely. So, look, nobody wants to have a conversation about, hey, what did that kid look like?
But obviously, I know you're not the one taking those photos, okay? I can't stress it enough. I'm more curious about what they're doing, and you're kind of my proxy to that, okay?
Yeah, but I don't know them. I never talk to anybody.
We'll get to that, I promise you. Were these like at full frontal, or what could you kind of see on those?
I try not to look. I really honestly.
I tried, but come on.
But there was, and I don't know about full frontal, but there was probably and things like that.
Okay. How common was it to show their?
I didn't really look at that.
I know you didn't.
I know it's there, but I didn't really try to look at that.
Okay. Did it pop up though sometimes?
I didn't focus on it, but I'm sure it did.
Okay. Did it pop up and you tried to scroll off?
You just keep going through, and it's like
okay.
Shit just kept on going and going and going. So I got out of the groups.
Fair enough. So, do they post these images to like kind of links? Like, was it links to those pics, or was it they just post the pics in the chat? How'd that kind of work?
I don't remember links. They were just pictures in the chats.
Okay, got it. So, Kenneth, here's what I'm going to tell you, and you've been very transparent about everything so far, and I appreciate it. Okay, because you know.
Right, please tell me what you guys.
Okay, I was just going to tell you.
It's
Okay.
going to be leading me to lose my job and shit. I don't need.
No, hell no, I'm not doing that shit.
But
so
I've completely pulled myself away from that world. I don't want to go back into it.
Yeah,
and
I commend you for that.
I don't want nothing to do with that world.
Right. So there were videos they posted in the groups, as you mentioned, okay? And look, we can see when a video is played, all right? Obviously, we're not like in your phone just, looking at what you're doing fully, but we can see when videos are played, all right? We can see when pictures are looked at. Now, it's admirable that you would tell me that you just scroll through that, because that's what you want to do, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to actually look at it, but as you said, you've had moments of weakness, and, telling a 13-year-old girl here to herself, of course it would correspond with kind of looking at some stuff like that. It just is what it is. It's reality. It's not bad or good. It just is what it is. So there were videos played from your profile in the group, unless somebody hacked your Telegram account, which is almost impossible. So what typically, and again, it's already watched, all right? There's no taking it back, but the way we go forward is just not doing it again, okay? But I'm just going to ask you, what happens in the videos in these groups?
Inappropriate things happen in those videos, and things that I shouldn't watch and I don't want to watch.
All right, well, I'm not 13. You can tell you. So I'm just going to let you know, you were very descriptive and graphic with a 13-year-old, but to, me, the 35-year-old, you don't want to get too descriptive about it. You got to flip that around, dog. It is embarrassing. It is.
I'm ashamed of what I did.
But have I come at you in a judgmental way?
I know what you think. I mean, you probably think I'm a piece of shit.
If I thought you were a piece of shit, I would be there, I promise you. So I'm doing it here away from him and all that stuff. I could be a piece of shit for some stuff I've done, and some stuff I will do, You're going to be a piece of shit for some stuff you will do in the future, too. It just is what it is.
I've just tried to correct the mistakes that I've made, and that's all I can do.
Absolutely. 100%. Same with me. So, inappropriate stuff, like what are they doing in the videos?
Anything that you would think that adults should not be watching kids doing.
Okay, so do these videos contain adults and kids, or just kids by themselves?
Yes, some have.
Okay, so it's a combination?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretend I'm a, just some schoolgirl, I know nothing. What would the adults be doing to the kids in the videos?
Inappropriate things.
Okay.
Things that they shouldn't be doing to a kid.
Okay, well, there's a difference between versus full, and so I'm kind of want to distinguish.
Sure, some of that stuff I honestly have tried to block that out of my memory.
Yeah, you've tried to block it out, but you haven't yet, so.
It's disgusting things that I should not have been watching or seeing at all.
Okay, why do you think you watched that stuff?
Because it was a moment of weakness. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
I was, making stupid mistakes, being alone so long, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's
okay.
Just stupid shit.
Yeah, it's okay, so I get you don't want to say it, so I'll just ask you straight up. Were there videos that these sickos posted of like adults and kids in there?
I'm sure there was. I mean, it's sick. It makes me sick to my stomach that I even talk to you about this.
Okay. Well, why'd you partake in watching that?
It's because I was feeling sick and lost and up.
Okay.
For a little bit, and I've made mistakes, and it's like I don't know why I went down that rabbit hole. Something got me to. I think talking to her got me to go down a rabbit hole. And I mean, I never talked to a girl that young before. I don't even know why I did.
Okay.
I thought it was fun. A game at first, and I didn't think she was that young, and once I realized she was that young, I should have just stepped the fuck away from it.
Right, but you've been in that world of talking to people saying they're young for quite a while.
Yeah, I never really participated. I just stood back and watched, and maybe thrown in a comment here and there because they were in large groups.
Okay.
And one thing led to another, and then you got people that kind of like, it's like that. I don't even know how I got to Ariel. I mean, honestly, I don't know how in the hell I found that.
Yeah.
And it just happened.
Algorithm sucks.
So.
Wait, so you left a comment because they're in large groups. Where were these comments kind of left?
I can't even remember the comments I made. It's been so long since I've been in those groups.
Okay, so there were some times you made comments in Telegram groups.
To adults.
Okay.
These were the adult groups where they pretended to be.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like comments in the Telegram groups.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. So what I want to ask with kind of trying to identify some of these kids, and again, I know you're not going to lead me to whoever it is, but you can eliminate some people that it's not. What race were typically the girls in the videos?
All different kinds, I'm sure.
Which ones have you seen?
There, any race. There was a lot of different races.
Okay. And any languages being spoken in the videos that you could kind of identify?
Foreign, I can't identify them.
Okay. Who is doing the speaking usually? Was it the guy or the girl?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't listen. I didn't really listen.
So what did you try to get out of the video then? What were you kind of watching it for?
A moment of weakness. I don't know, because I was stupid.
Where was that weakness leading you to? So you didn't want to listen, so what were you on the video for?
I don't know, probably because I thought that, I always, it's like I liked 18-year-olds, and then all of a sudden the rabbit hole led to that. Okay.
So I do want to ask you for full transparency on this, and you've been 95% transparent, man. You're doing a hell of a good thing right now. So if we're talking all these different races, okay, because typically, I hear Indian, Hispanic, whatever.
Yeah, there was probably that and all of that.
Yeah. But if we're talking, there were even some with whites.
I'm sure there was white.
Yeah. Okay. Were the girls white too, or?
Yeah, there was white girls. Yes.
Okay. Were the guys and those girls also white?
I'm sure they were white. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So if we're in this many groups where we're talking all race here, because there's a lot of Hispanic. Well, I'll just tell you because you've been transparent with me. I'll be transparent with you. There's a lot of Hispanic groups called like Soul and this and that, and it's mainly centered around Hispanic videos of this stuff. But if we're talking white girls, black girls, Asians, Indians, all this stuff, just be real with me, Kenneth. They're not posting just 12-year-olds. I mean, they're going. Shit. You finish this one off for me. I mean, how low are these actually posting in here?
Probably. I have no interest in any of that. There's probably infant at lowest.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure in scrolling, there's probably been some that are that young, and it's ridiculous, and it's disgusting. All of it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And like I said, I went down a rabbit hole that I shouldn't have gone down.
Mm-hmm. So I know you have no interest in infants, but the same way I have no interest in committing an attack when I see the 9/11 video, you have no interest in infants after watching an infant video, which I understand. So just straight up, because like I said, I'm not here to do you a disservice. I'm only here to tell you the truth, and as you are, I hope as you should be with me. What's kind of going on in these videos of infants, Kenneth?
Inappropriate shit.
All right. Well, what's
stuff? I mean, I don't want to watch any of that shit.
Don't want it, but you did.
I mean, this inappropriate shit that should not have been seen.
Okay. So who was doing what to an infant in these videos?
Grown-ups were doing things.
What do they do to the babies?
Inappropriate shit.
Okay. What are some of the inappropriate things you've seen done?
Inappropriate things.
Kenneth,
we're
not here to waste time.
I know, but you already know.
That I don't. So I'm asking you.
Inappropriate things.
Like, have you seen of an infant, or?
No, I never watched it. No.
Okay. What have you seen done with an infant then?
Just inappropriate things.
All right.
Things that are sickening to me that I shouldn't even.
Well, don't leave my imagination to assume the worst.
Okay.
So kind of shut it down. So what were they doing to the baby, Kenneth?
Things that they should not be doing to the baby.
Well, describe what body parts they're using.
You know what body parts they were using. Inappropriate things.
Okay, are they using their hands on the babies, or?
I'm sure they were, yeah. I'm sure they were.
Okay, where were their hands going on the babies? Okay, so were these babies like usually boys, girls, or both?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying not to think about this shit anymore.
Well,
it's sickening, and you're digging up things that I don't want to think about.
Okay, well, you understand this is to save kids, right? And you're a father, and you believe in saving kids.
Yes.
So let's try to identify some of these babies. Are these babies boys, girls? Have you seen both? Just girls, or what have you seen?
Yeah, I'm sure there was both.
Okay. So what body parts are these adults?
The thing.
So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you straight up, Kenneth. And again, this is not me like accusing you. This isn't me saying you or anything. What compelled you to go watch a video of a baby getting molested?
I didn't really want to watch it. I just
You watched it.
I don't.
What compelled you to watch it is what I'm asking. I'm not saying if you wanted to or not. I'm saying what compelled you to. Sicknesses?
Sickness, I don't know.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to get it away. That's why I'm trying to wipe it from my memory.
Okay.
Get away from it.
All right. So I genuinely applaud you because I believe you're trying to wipe it from your memory. Okay. So thank you for that. All right. So I do want to ask about now child operators. Okay.
And I don't do that. I'm not into that.
Well, don't do doesn't mean didn't.
Don't.
Yeah.
I never shared anything like that.
Okay. Has anybody asked you to share anything?
I don't keep anything. I don't want to keep anything.
Okay. But you know there's a difference between forwarding and keeping, right?
No, actually I don't know.
So I think you know at this point I'm not stupid and I'm not naive, as you're not. So do you think I'm just going to pretend that, oh, okay, nobody asked you to trade. All right.
People have asked, but I don't trade with people.
Okay.
I don't have anything. I keep I don't save any of that shit. I
Okay.
don't want any of that shit.
Have you, let me ask this then, not necessarily sent something to somebody, but have you just taken something from another chat and put it in a chat with an individual that was asking you for shit?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Not that no.
Okay. What have individuals kind of sent you just on their own?
I don't even remember. I stay off that stuff now.
Okay. So did individuals send you, and I'm just asking, this isn't like, oh, Kenneth, how dare you? But did individuals send you the same stuff that was being put in the groups sometimes?
I don't know. It's bad stuff, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I feel horrible about what I did, and I'm done with it.
Okay.
Just done with it. I don't want any part of it.
Right, but you know, your footprints don't go away because your footprint. You can't just go back and erase your footprints, man. So I'm just asking because I'll tell.
Law enforcement?
Nope.
Then why are you here?
To talk to you about this.
It's a mistake I've made, and I don't
Okay.
know how I can change. It's done. I don't talk to that girl anymore. I stopped that shit. I don't want to talk to anybody about it anymore. I mean, I don't want my family to know. I don't want anyone to know.
I'm not here for that. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you straight up. All right. We can kind of see when stuff kind of goes. Do you have like a VPN or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, that's why. So we can kind of see. Yes, as non-law enforcement, private people, we can see when potentially inappropriate images go to the house and go out of the house, okay? So there were times where it looks like inappropriate messages, inappropriate photos and videos went to your account that were not in groups, okay? Would I be wrong about that? Basically, individuals sending you this stuff on their own, just to you individually. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know of anyone individually sending that. All I know is the stuff that was in groups.
Okay, fair enough. So let me ask you this, who added you to these groups or who enticed you to join them?
I have no idea who they are.
Okay, but how did these groups come about? Like, did you jump on from from Instagram to Telegram, or?
Just from probably just people asking me to join in.
Okay. Eventually, it had to be at a point that you knew what you were joining. You know,
I know all the mistakes that I've made.
Okay.
I've made a lot of mistakes,
okay.
And I'm trying to correct.
So I'm just going to ask you this straight up. Why did you consciously join groups where you do child going to be in there?
Because I was an idiot.
Okay.
Sick in the head.
Okay. What are y'all making in there? Fried pickles or something? Or?
No, mac and cheese.
Oh, nice. All right. So, Kenneth, do you have an Android iPhone or?
No, not on me, not right now.
Yeah, obviously. So was this happening on a computer then, or?
I don't have, no, the only one computer I have is the one that my son uses.
Okay. So was this going on your phone, this type of shit?
No.
I'm going to cooperate with you, but I hope you at least are honest with me, because I'm trying to see, is Telegram this accessible just from a smartphone, or do you have to have like some type of special computer for this? Like, well, what's the deal?
It's accessible from smartphones.
Okay, so this was happening on your phone then?
At times.
Okay. Do you have iPhone or Android?
I have. All I have is my work phone.
Okay. So was this happening on your work phone or your personal phone?
No phones. I have no phone. I'm not talking anymore.
Don't be a me.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. Well, it looked like an Android to me on the work phone. I guess it's something that maybe your job gets you that or something. My dad has a
job phone.
Yeah. So do you have a personal one then, or?
Not on me right now, no.
Okay, so it's in the house then somewhere. All right, so I'm just asking, all right, was this happening on your work phone or personal or both, or?
I'm not talking anymore about this.
Okay, I'm only asking to try to get you some help for this, because if it was to a point where it was on the job, that's fine. I mean, I've watched work before. I get it.
It's not on my job phone. It's not on my job phone. It would never be on my job phone.
Okay, so it's on the personal one. Okay, so now let me ask you this: is your personal one an Android or an iPhone?
I don't understand how that's important.
It's not. I'm just asking. See, that's me just asking about how honest you are.
It's an Android phone.
It's an Android phone. Okay. So, look, you mentioned you were lonely, right? You know, you've been single for quite a while, this and that. All right.
Doesn't make what I did right.
It doesn't. And it takes it. And the fact that you can tell me that you know it doesn't make it right, that tells me that I believe it stops today. Okay. That tells me that I can just get out of here and I don't have to worry about Kenneth anymore.
You're not going to.
Absolutely. That being said, though, you know, when we're lonely, we want to create sentimental memories with things.
There will be no more of that.
I understand. Okay. So let me tell you this, man.
What do you mean sentimental things?
Well, when you don't have a connection with a female in person, you tend to go online and try to create things that, you know, wouldn't have otherwise been created if you had that female in person. So I think this is a symptom of loneliness, not because you're sick. Did it turn into a sickness? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're both smart guys and we're both honest people, but of course it did. But, you know, if you had somebody in person, I don't think you'd be doing this at all. So
probably, definitely not.
Yeah. So that being said, lonely people tend to create memories and save memories. Okay. Do I think that you saved any of these images or videos because, oh, you know, I'm just sick and I like to collect this stuff? Or you think, you know, you're like that nasty grandpa in the trailer park with the wife and all? No, not at all. But you obviously saved those some videos and pictures because of to create memories, just like, oh my God, it's a connection with somebody, this or that. Even though you never talk to those girls in the videos, it's still a connection with them because you're putting yourself in that point of view with those girls. So I'm just going to ask you this because I know shit was saved. I mean, you have a Android. I mean, that's the easiest thing to get into. It's like, I mean, I would have a harder time entering the country under Joe Biden than getting into an Android. So I'm just asking you, okay, does it make you a bad person? I've saved too. How many images and videos did you end up saving to that Android?
Nothing to the Android phone. Nothing to the phone.
Okay, so where was it saved to?
If there's anything, it would have been on the account that I deleted, the Telegram account.
Okay. So what do you mean by saving it to Telegram?
There's like these things that I think it automatically saves in your Telegram. Like,
okay,
when it's automatically there in your Telegram.
Okay.
It's just part of the feed.
Okay, I understand. So was there anything that popped up in your gallery at any point with this type of stuff?
No.
No. Okay. Are you sure about that? So if we were to basically do like a scan of your phone, would there be anything that was ever there? Because this is your chance now to tell me, because I don't want to find out through anybody but you if there was.
I didn't save anything to the phone.
Okay.
And you can't take my phone.
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to even tell you I am, and I can. So riddle me this. So how long after you got Instagram did you start to get Telegram?
I have no idea. I don't even remember.
Okay. I see. So what do you think your son would say about this? He did warn you about Telegram.
Yeah, he said you should have stayed off of Telegram.
Okay.
He would have said that.
Did he ever know kind of the water you were kind of dipping your toes in on Telegram?
No, he would never know.
Okay. But did he
warn? No one knows.
Fair enough.
No one ever knows what I did.
Fair enough. Did he ever like warn you specifically about child Telegram? No. Okay. So you mentioned that Ariel called you on the phone a few times. Okay. How'd those conversations kind of go?
Nervous. I knew I shouldn't have been talking to her.
Okay.
Just nervousness.
Okay. So I have a quote from one of those calls. You said that the law is stupid for not allowing her to date someone like you.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Okay.
It's stupid. Like I said, moments a week is why in the f did I say stupid shit like that? Because you're lonely. You're just looking for someone to talk to.
Yeah, but how does the thought even get into your head of it should be legal for me to date a 13-year-old girl?
Just because I'm stupid and was lonely, I thought that would be a smart thing.
All right. Well, what if she was 10?
No, that's not all right at any age.
Yeah. But would you have told a 10-year-old the same thing on the phone?
No, I would hope not. I would hope I wouldn't be that stupid.
Okay. Do you think there's a possibility that at that point you could have been that dumb? Just honestly.
I'm just stupid. I made a moments of weakness, like I told you. I made a mistake. I was stupid to even talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
I've been lonely. I mean, you're right. Loneliness and led to the mistake of talking to somebody I shouldn't have been talking to.
Okay. Let's see here.
He's gonna know something's wrong. Can I go in? Can we be done? What else? I mean, how much longer is this gonna last?
Do you want to? I do have some finishing up things.
I just
if you don't
want to
mind.
be done with this because I wanted to move on with my life. Like I know I made a mistake and I just want to go on with my life.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously you can do whatever you want, but you can do what you want. What are you going to tell your son?
I'm gonna tell him that I f***ed up and that I was talking to an underage girl.
Are you going to tell him about all the Telegram
No,
stuff?
that's none of his business. It's gone. It's deleted. It's gone. The Telegram will be off the phone. So it's like it's gone.
Okay. So you mentioned Telegram will be off the phone.
Off the phone.
Right. So you still got to get rid of it?
It was actually deleted earlier.
Earlier when?
Probably, I don't know, a little while ago.
Okay.
I can't exactly tell you how long ago.
I bet I could bet you a pretty big sum of money that it's probably still on your phone and when.
Probably, yeah, it should be off. Yeah, it's gone.
I mean, I think it's on your phone right now. I mean, there's no like. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I can't prove it's on your phone right now. I just have intuition like a motherfucker right now. It's on your phone.
I'm not saying it is or anything.
Okay, it's on your phone.
I don't want to. I made a mistake. I
All
don't
right.
want to be on this anymore.
Okay, so
what are you showing me?
I'm just curious about one thing. It's totally unrelated. How'd you come up with the Michael Myers name on Instagram?
That's because it's a horror movie.
Oh. Ugh. I guess it's like your favorite movie?
Yeah, Halloween's my favorite movie.
Got it. Not to make a joke about Halloween, but God, Halloween would be a holiday. You know.
Who are you calling?
I'm not calling nobody.
Then what are you looking up, sir?
I mean, basically, I'm literally looking at your Telegram right now, and it's not deleted.
I don't know how you're looking at. Let me see what you're looking at.
I mean, I have this phone number right. Jeez Louise.
That's my Instagram.
No, it's not your Instagram. It's your Telegram, dog. Last seen recently.
That's probably because it must, I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. So obviously Telegram is still on that phone, all right? So just be real with me, man. How many groups do you think you're in right now that we need to leave?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about it anymore. I mean, this whole thing is...
Okay, look, freaking Kenneth, I'm obviously willing to work through this with you, okay? But
everything's gone as of today.
Okay.
If it's not off there now, it's gone.
Okay. But obviously, you know, you've told me some good shit about what these other are posting in here, okay? So I'm just asking for your sake and to kind of get you separated from this, how many groups do you think we're in right now that we need to leave?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even go on any of the, like, there's so many groups like I was in.
Okay.
And it's not just them, it's just all kinds of different
Okay, so...
like dance groups, this group, that group.
Okay, so let me throw this out there. Did you just so you didn't leave these groups? Did you stop paying attention to them?
I don't pay attention to them.
Okay, but I'm asking, like, do you think you're still in them, but you're just kind of like you're in them, but you're not even looking. You're just kind of ignoring them. Is that kind of the case? Okay, okay.
I just need to get it needs to be off my phone.
Okay.
Before something stupid happens.
Okay.
But I really need to get inside. Can I take the milk in?
Do you mind just leaving the door open, or?
No, I'm not gonna have you go into my house.
Well, I'm not gonna go in. I'm just saying, do you mind like leaving it open so I don't, like, you know, feel safer? Or?
What do you mean, feel safer?
Well, I don't know if you're gonna come out with a gun or something. I don't know. Well, I'm right here. How long are you gonna be in NSF for? Okay, got it. God damn it, dude! How this fucking weed? The cops gonna hurry the fuck up, dude. What is going on? Okay, thank God. All right. What an idiot. All right. I'll just stand right here.
Yeah.
Whoop. Dang, that's the first time I've actually slipped through a small crack in a while. I feel skinny now. Thank you. Okay, so just straight up, do you think you need some help for this? Because I'm willing. I'm willing. Okay.
No, it's done.
Okay.
What do you mean help?
Like
psychiatrist?
Even just a few Zoom counseling classes, completely anonymous. Like, you know, you don't have to announce that, hey, I'm taking these. Like, do you think that would be of benefit to you? I mean, because I know
me cutting the tie and actually deleting any connection to it is the only thing I need. My son is the only thing I need. Knowing that he's here and that's all that's important, that's all I need.
Sure.
That's it. It's done.
But you came to that rationalization today and not the past
he's
couple.
Always, it's his weakness. It's just why I kept it there, I don't know. Stupid. If I eliminate the urge to go back, then it's no longer there.
So in your heyday, how often were you kind of just getting carried away and kind of stepping into this stuff?
Too much.
Like, we talking 5 times a day, or how often?
Well, I work too much to do all that.
Yeah. But so what do you think it was?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't like to think about it. Really, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, did you think it ever got to a point where you would say it was an addiction?
No, because I always have to put work first.
Right. So it never got to a point where you're like, I'm skipping work to go watch this stuff?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I mean, no. I mean, I watch more I try to steer toward the normal shit now. Normal.
When's the last time you think you got carried away with something a little bit too young? Like underage?
A while ago.
Okay. Is there like a certain age group that you had a preference in when you watched? Like, I know it's not babies, but like, what would you say, like, kind of, if there was a preference, what do you think it was?
Girls that looked 18 but weren't, I don't know, young.
Okay.
I like 18-year-old girls.
Hey man, can't blame you, can't blame you.
And that's where it started. You know, it started at that, and it just got stupid. Made mistakes, and shouldn't have done the shit that I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't undo what's been done.
I know.
I just want to go on with my life and forget it happened and move on and be a better person.
Hey, yeah. So I do have a guy, his name's Gunther, and he's not a therapist, but he's in training to be one. He's like a student. This would give me a peace of mind. Obviously, you don't have to, but is it cool? And I'm talking right here, right now. I'll give you my phone if you want, or I can give you his number, doesn't matter.
No, I don't want to talk to anybody because I already feel like I'm being...
How so?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like my life is over from the mistakes that I've made. And I don't want to do anything to jeopardize my time with my son. And the mistakes I made, I don't want to be part of them anymore.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think, this is not the end, because if it was, I mean, I wouldn't be in this way talking to you, bro. I really respect that you want to take that step to stop this. And I think talking to Gunther, just...
What do you mean this is not the end, though? When you leave here, what do you mean it's not the end?
Well, I'm addressing these one way or the other, and the way I want to address it just with you right here, right now, which is what we're doing. So
I've told you everything, the mistakes that I've made. I don't want to do them anymore. I don't want to be part of it anymore.
Right. So Gunther has some exercises that even
do I have to talk to him, or can I just be done with it? I'm the type of person that can be done with it.
Of course, but everybody says that. And I've had 5 people tell me that, and guess what? They've all went back to doing it.
It's not happening.
But I've had 2 people talk to Gunther, and after that, they've all been on the straight and narrow. I haven't heard from them since. Okay.
Well, you're not going to hear from me anymore after that.
Do you mind just giving him 10 minutes of your time right now?
No, I can't do that. I don't trust. I mean, not that I don't trust you. I just don't feel comfortable talking to someone on the phone that I don't know. Okay.
Can you at least hear him out for what he has to say?
You recorded everything. I don't want to be. You're going to record that phone call. I don't want.
No. I'll just. I mean, I have no reason to record the phone call.
You recorded everything. You probably have the things you're hearing.
Yeah, well, of course, I'm not going to lie to you. You've been honest with me. I'll be honest with you. But I think it would be beneficial to just talk to Gunther for 10 minutes. Just give it a try, all right? You don't have to ever talk to him again. You don't have to talk to him now, but I think it would be beneficial.
I'm afraid that if I talk to them, this is something you'll use against me.
No, I promise you, it won't be. That is my word.
I don't know how this goes. I mean,
okay. Well, how about this? I'll call him on the phone. If you feel uncomfortable with what he's saying or trying to get at, just hang up. All right? Cool.
You can. I don't want to be out here anymore. I just want to go inside. I want to start my life and live mistake-free, and just continue to live mistake-free.
Yeah, and you can of course do that. But I'm extending this help to you, man. I really just. I'm not asking for more than 10 minutes.
I'll tell you right now, you won't hear from me ever again. From here this day forward, if you understand how important he is to me, you will not hear or see me again from this day forward. That is a guarantee.
I get it, but if he was so important to you, why?
Stupid mistakes, because I was weak and stupid.
Okay, but we're talking years, man.
I don't know about years.
Close to a year at the very least.
Yeah, it's stupid, and it won't. It's a part of my life that needs to be gone, and it won't happen. That is the most. It's a continuous. I kept on pushing it to the side. I get that.
Yeah.
But he is the most important thing in my life.
Have you ever had shared custody with your ex, or?
No.
What? I mean, don't tell me.
We did. But he's lived with me since he was 5. I rolled my work truck and almost died when he was 5.
You did what?
I rolled my work truck and almost died when he was 5.
Oh goddamn. Okay. Well, does he like go to school, or does he work? Or?
He's working on becoming a musician.
Nice. Like rap or jazz or?
rock,
Oh.
alternative rock.
Finally,
And
some
he doesn't need this in
some
his,
real
he doesn't
shit.
Need, he does not need his dad all over the place, his life up.
They'll give him a good song to write about at least.
No,
I'm just
it
kidding.
wouldn't.
No, I'm just
Not-
kidding. I'm just
not
kidding.
funny.
I know. Fuck.
No, you're doing good. You're doing God's work. I understand. You're trying to make it safer for everybody out there,
Right.
and I get that.
So, do you agree with what we do?
I don't see a problem with what you do.
So, you've obviously, in one of the chats you've mentioned, and I'm not saying I'm putting you on the internet. It's a similar thing. You said you've seen shows like this. What do you think should happen to those people that are kind of like, I guess, the subjects of those shows? Like they go, and obviously it's different because I'm at your house, but you know, the ones where they go in, they have the, surprise. You know what I mean?
I would never do that. Like I said, what was said was ingested. I would never do the things that were talked about.
I understand, but I'm
Never.
saying, like, what do you think should happen to like the people that show up at the house? You know, surprise, then you know the cops come, whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what should happen.
All right. Well, if you were the king of America, what would you do?
If they never did anything or never touched anybody, I mean, help, and that's about it.
Okay.
If they never hurt anybody or never touched anybody,
Right.
You know,
What about the ones that have?
that's those are bad people, and I'm falling to see that what they did. It just makes me just as bad. Mm-hmm. But
Because you create the market for it by watching it. I mean, you're like sitting in the chair, just probably 5,000 miles away. You know.
it's stupidity.
Yeah. So I mean, is
Poor judgment,
yeah,
bad judgment.
yeah. So I mean, is your son like part of a band or something, or is he just?
He quit the band because it wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, well. So any steps forward from that, or?
He's trying to make his own music now. He's wrote a song. He's working on it.
Good for him. Has he posted it like on Spotify or?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, I understand. But you.
I don't want him drawn into this.
Right. That's fair. So.
I mean, you can't. You're gonna.
No.
People. I don't want that. I don't want this anymore.
No.
I want to do the right thing.
I'm not in the business of
Destroying people's lives.
No, absolutely not. I'm in the business of stopping child. Okay.
I would never. Never.
Okay, but do you think you've contributed to child?
I don't think I think the stuff that was on there is old, but it doesn't mean it's right.
Just curious, how can you tell it's old?
I don't know. It just looks old and grainy and crappy. I don't know. I just know it's not right.
Right. So let me ask you this: have you ever changed any settings on your Telegram account at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's good. It's good to know. Okay, so no funny business with any toggles or anything like that.
No, I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about technology, about any of that shit.
Yeah. Fair enough. I've never been to Brunswick, actually. How many people live in this town?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, there's a good amount of people here.
Oh, 35,000 it says. Medina County.
I'm getting cold. It's getting cold out here.
Yep.
So I just would like to go into my house now and thank you for coming here and pointing out the problems that the mistakes I've made, and pointing me and showing me what's important, and not showing me because I know what's important, but reiterating what stupid mistakes people can make.
Yeah. I mean, do you believe in God at all?
I don't know what I think about God. I mean, I know that I'm here for a reason, and my reason is Him.
Mm-hmm.
He is my world.
Yeah, but him with a capital H, like isn't God, or him as in
No,
your son with a
he's my
lowercase?
son.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
he's my son.
Okay.
I don't know about God. I don't know where I stand on that.
Do you consider yourself satanic at all?
No.
No?
No.
Because I just saw the Michael Myers stuff, and I'm like,
no,
okay.
No.
Do you think that kind of partaking in this world is a little bit satanic?
No, it's bad though.
Bad?
I don't say it's satanic, but it's wrong.
Got it. So what do? You like thing? Or?
No,
Okay. Got it. How'd you get into that? Like, or?
Started off as residential install and worked my way up to commercial.
Oh, nice. So do you run the company or?
No.
Get paid pretty good though?
Decent.
Nice, man. Hourly or salary?
Hourly.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not bad. I mean, I'm sure it's good hourly and shit, especially nowadays because nobody wants to do the nobody wants to do the hard shit nowadays. That's for sure. Oh God. Yep. But I just really think that kind of a, how'd I put this? Kind of like an outro here with Gunther would be good, man. I mean, look,
I don't know who Gunther is.
Okay.
Is he a psychiatrist?
No. In school for that. So he's somebody that, like I told you, he's only talking to 2 other people, and those people were truly ones that I believe could get help for this, or even help as in like.
Do I have to talk to him?
Oh, I farted.
Do I have to speak with him?
Oh, I farted again. No, you don't. But I think it would be beneficial to just hear out what he has to say for a couple minutes, and you decide from there.
He can talk. I'm not going to say a word.
Fair enough. May I get my other phone then?
What do you need another phone for?
That's the number I have him saved on. This phone here, it's kind of like a burner. I'll just be 2 seconds.
All right, please hurry.
All right, we'll see you in a sec. They are. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if this be like. Let me see if this be up right now. Give me a sec.
Why are the cops here?
Maybe someone called. Maybe a neighbor overheard something.
Don't mess with me. Why are they here?
I'll be there parking there.
Hello?
Hey, Gunther.
Yes.
Hey, I'm here with.
Talk right now.
Well, here, just yeah.
No, I'm not talking.
I told you what I was doing today, right?
Yes. I'm here to help.
Okay.
Who am I speaking with?
His name's Kenneth, sir. Here, Gunther.
I'm not. Now is there?
Well, he's kind of nervous about the cops. Gunther, just tell him that golf cops are bad.
Yes, that's true. Kenneth, how are you feeling?
Not feeling good. I don't want to talk right now.
Well,
Here, Gunther.
sometimes...
Hold on, Gunther. Hold on. Oh, I'll call you back. All right. How's it going, sir? So we're just having a conversation with Kenneth, and he's been very honest. He wants to get help for this. He just had some inappropriate messages to this 13-year-old girl here, and like you told me that you're stopping it, but basically there's some stuff on Telegram you got to delete off your phone, right? Like child pornography.
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, he told me that there is child pornography on the app Telegram on his phone, and that he's viewed videos as young as infants and toddlers. We have the clips of that to play for you guys. Okay, so. He obviously doesn't want to talk right now, but he told me all this, and we have the clips to play for you if y'all are interested in hearing that.
I mean, I don't know anything about this investigation.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, we posed a 13-year-old girl online. He messaged us very sexually. We know in Ohio that civilian evidence can't be used for this type of stuff, but you know, if they have child pornography, that's a whole nother ball game. And he told me that he viewed child pornography as young as infants, was able to describe the videos for me, and said that he has the app on his phone where he watched it right now, and he's in a lot of groups on that app, and we have all that to play for y'all right now.
I mean, that's not how we do these type of investigations, unfortunately. Okay.
No, I understand, but we've been in Ohio.
Yeah.
I don't want that you're
Well,
around my neighbors.
Well, sir, we've been in Ohio lots of times. We have a lot of arrest for child porn in Ohio because we're able to play clips for the cops where they can establish probable cause to take his phone. Like, I have the clips ready for you to play right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I would refer you to our detectives who handle this kind of investigation.
I understand, but we didn't know he had child porn going into this. We just know about the messages, and obviously, no matter what messages are said to, it's not a cop. So, you know.
Yeah, you can come down to the station and turn all that stuff over to us, sure.
Okay, but can I play you clips right now so we can establish probable cause to
not right here. Not right here.
Not right here, but the guy is, I mean, the guy is child porn on his phone right now.
Yeah, he's apparently lives here. He's not going anywhere, I don't think, right?
Well, I mean, you can just delete that shit in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
well, no. You can just, I mean, he can obviously just go in and just go smash his shit right now. So, I mean, I don't think that.
That's probably why we shouldn't have done it this way.
Okay, but
done it this way.
there's no probable cause off messages to an adult posing as a minor in Ohio if it's not law enforcement. I mean, I'm willing to play the clips for you right now of him admitting to child pornography.
I don't know what clips those are. Sir.
Okay, well,
So,
I'll play them right now for.
Talk to these guys?
I'll play them. All right. Give me the fucking phone. Give me the fucking phone. All right, what's up, guys? I really went off on the cops here. This part is on locals, not on Rumble, just on locals because I really tore into them. And I used a lot of choice words here, so if you're of the faint of heart or the easily offended, like, don't even bother. But if you want to see total accountability, or at least to try to get them to have accountability, join up on locals in the pinned comment, only $10 a month. Over 30 caches this past trip. Well, I'm sorry, just 30 caches. Yeah, and so join up on locals at the pinned comment so you can help us travel the country so we can travel the most and catch the sickest. All right, we're at the police station. Does that say police right there?
Yes.
Okay, and police, so is that a badge?
It looks like it.
So is it fair to say that's law enforcement presence in the video?
It says 911.
Yep, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, yes, sir, we're here to turn this in right here, okay? We're turning in evidence of a potential crime that was committed, and we're doing it with the police right here, okay? Just let me know when that gets to like a minute and 10 seconds so we can just make sure it's in the video. Oh, does it say police headquarters right there?
It does.
So that's in this video though, right? So is that not police presence?
Oh, there's another one over there.
Really? Let's go look at it. Wow. Look at all the police presence right there. I mean, that's law enforcement, isn't it? And would you say cops are part of law enforcement? No, they're not.
Oh.
Oh, do you work for YouTube? I'd say cops are part of law enforcement.
Yeah,
okay,
I do.
2 to 1.
Yeah,
2 to 1. So therefore that's law enforcement presence. That's in line with YouTube's TOS. So anyway, please sub to Rumble and join us on local so we don't have to do this ridiculous stuff anymore. I'm sick of using this platform. My God, sub to Rumble in the pinned comment. We're gonna go turn it in actually now. Wow. Zoom in on it. Rafilos. Filos, guys. Are those all law enforcement officers? And they're in the video?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I think they're all just fascists.
Yeah. Remember, we gotta put them in the video, but we also have to say they're bad. What about this for these like police badges?
I think so.
These are fines.
Wow. Okay, for you. Okay. The cop companies filmed like Easter eggs. We travel around the country posing as like minors online, and online message us from across the country. We're from Houston, but we just travel all over doing this. And there was an individual by the name of messaging us who he believed to be a 13-year-old girl. He said he wants to have sex with her and have fun with her and her friend and get a hotel room. He never followed through with that, but he was just very in the messages. And he said he's talked to other minors online before, and he said that he's on this app called Telegram where he's receiving links to what seemed to be buying pictures of minors and stuff like that. But that's all he would say about Telegram. But we interviewed him at his home, and he admitted to sending all these messages that were like sexual in nature to his thought was his kid. And yeah, I just want to turn it over so y'all can do anything about it. These are out of order now. That's the number up there.
If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $10 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.